Hi there folks, welcome back to my channel, and for this video I've actually come back to the town of Dollar and I've come back to visit Castle Campbell. And I have previously done a video up towards Castle Campbell and in the Dollar Glen, but the last time I was here the castle was closed because I think that was when Historic Scotland were starting to do a lot of work on the masonry of their buildings, especially at places like Castle Campbell. And this is the castle now reopening. I think it reopens fairly recently. This is the first time I've had the chance to come and visit the castle again. So I'll be heading up in just a few minutes. So where I've parked the car is about halfway up the glen, or it's partway up the glen anyway. You can park in the town of Dollar and walk up through the country park, or you can park in the car park I'm in, which again is partway up the glen, and continue walking up. But there is also a car park that's essentially the high car park. It's kind of a lot closer to the castle itself, and so it's less of a hike, especially if you're maybe needing to kind of not overdo it. So there are options for parking your car. There are some dark clouds rolling by. Hopefully that's not going to come to rain, but again, from my last visit I do remember it being quite a good walk, quite a lot of good exercise. But it has been a while since I've been in the castle, but hopefully this will be a good video and a good wee explore, and you'll get to see inside probably one of the best preserved castles that I've been in Scotland. The actual main tower house is still fairly intact. But again, if you are wanting to support the channel, if you're wanting to see more videos like this, if you can click on the subscribe button, click on the notification bell, leave some likes, leave some comments, it's always really appreciated. And if you'd like to support the channel further, I will post a link to the channel's coffee.com page, the channel's TikTok account and a PayPal account in the description bar below and in a pinned comment in the comments section. So with that out of the road, I'm going to get my things and head on up to the castle. Yeah, so do remember, if you are coming up from the car park where I've parked, which is the one just behind me, you will have to come up the road that takes you up from the town, and you either have the option of walking through Dollar Glen, which is, you can see a wee entrance to it just there, or you can keep going up the road. And if you're walking up the road, do remember it is a road. There are cars that will be driving up and down it, so just be aware of that, and again just keep your eyes and your ears peeled for any traffic that's going up or down the hill, and if there is, just get the hell out the road, because again, getting hit by a vehicle is not nice. So just again bear that in mind, that it's not just a pedestrian path, there are vehicles using this road. Okay, it's not the busiest of roads, but just again, something to remember. So I'm going to keep heading up, and I do have my walking poles, which, even though it is only about 110 metres from the car park where I am to the castle itself, it's a fairly steep pull. Well, I know there's probably steeper climbs, but people kind of forget that the Ochil hills do tend to be fairly steep in places. So I'm going to shut up and keep on heading up. Yeah, so the castle is only open during the summer, so it's April to September. And as I was saying, I've got Dollar Glen, which the castle overlooks. Yeah. And Castle Campbell has also been known as Castle Gloom, which is probably something to do with the two rivers nearby being called the Burn of Care and the Burn of Sorrow. So, show you where I am just now. So yeah, I'm obviously there. The car park where I parked is there. So, and the castle is obviously up there. So I'm about halfway up. And so if I just keep following the castle roads, yeah, might try and see if I can possibly explore a wee bit of the top bit of Dollar Glen while I'm here. Okay, this is why I definitely do need to get out and do more walks like this. Because even though from where I parked to the castle is less than 1,000 metres, it's definitely is a good cardiovascular workout. You do, like, definitely get your heart working, your legs working. But I just need to get my fitness back. Lose a bit of the weight. But again, the way I always look at it is, it's not about getting to your destination first or getting there the quickest. It's about knowing when to stop, to get your breath back, and to just appreciate where you are. Because a lot of times it's about the journey, not necessarily the destination. And you can just see a section of the castle there. Okay, some of the castle is in ruin, but from what I can remember, the tower house, or the tower section of the castle, still has its roof on it. And if you're wanting to, there's a wee bench just overlooking the gorge, and you get that as your view. Yeah, I've just noticed that there's actually a couple of people up on the hill just beyond the castle, also trying to get to the summit. That's going to be a bit of a walk. There are paths up there, mind. And the obligatory information board. So this is part of the Clackmannanshire Tower Trail. So I'll be going on to that playlist. So this was very much under the control of Campbells of Argyll. Those who have Inverary Castle used to have this one as well. So the wee map of the area and showing you where all the castles are on the trail. So also you've got Castle Campbell, Campbellanshire Castle, Ochil Tower, Alloa Tower and Clackmannanshire Tower. Yeah, so that's the hard bit of the walk done. Just coming up those few hundred yards or few hundred metres, and when you go through the gate it starts going downhill a wee bit. So, but again, I have to come back up this hill on the way back to the car. Yeah, so that's a bit hard bit on the way back up. So again, just take your time and enjoy yourself. So there's this wee bit here where you can go across the bridge, or you can go across the ford. So yeah, at least to give you options. Well, that's me on the final approach to the castle. See it through the trees. Yeah, so do bear in mind, as well as it being steep in sections, the path is uneven. So just wear sensible shoes, sensible clothes, and prepare for the weather to be changeable. Because again, it is Scotland. Yeah, when I left the house this morning, over on the west coast, it was utterly pouring down. I was just, had really heavy rain last night, heavy rain this morning, and it wasn't until I kind of came out and we really kind of got into Stirlingshire and Clackmannanshire that I started getting this kind of glorious sunshine. That's quite warm now, but again, that's Scotland for you. That's why I love Scotland. That's why I love going for these kind of walks as well. May get me out of breath. May realise how unfit I am. But seriously, you get to explore places like this. Yeah, so that's the prices we're getting in. And quite a good aerial photograph as well. I think the castle just now is closed for lunch. But I'll hang about a wee bit and maybe have a wee explore around about the grounds. And when it reopens for after lunch, try and get in. So it's the final wee approach to the castle. Well, they've got a wee notice outside. They're saying that reopens after lunch at 1:30. So I think I've got about an hour. Maybe I should have brought some snacks with me. But again, I might explore Scotland. Can't really complain with that. You can see how steep the Ochils are. I know Demyat, which is the one at the furthest edge, the western end of the Ochils, is really popular with walkers. I thought the rest would be really popular as well. Hopefully is. Yeah, as I do have a wee bit of time to kill, maybe have a wee explore of the glen. And from down here you can really see how much of a promontory the castle actually stands on. Probably doesn't quite show up in the camera. But again, I like these paths. They are uneven, quite steep in places, and there are steep drops. So just be very, very careful if you are going to be exploring Dollar Glen. And again, as I always say, and I have said before in this video, take your time. It's not about the rushing, it's about enjoying yourself. Yeah, try to get all this in one shot. Yeah, so this is from the outside. So when you're going in, it's through that door there. But obviously it's closed just now because it's lunchtime for them. I don't think there's enough members of staff on in this castle for them to keep it open while they're having their lunch. Yeah, I know I said earlier on in the video that I thought that Castle Glen, or Castle Campbell, was previously called Castle Glen because it was right next to the Burn of Sorrow and the Burn of Care. But actually rereading the sign again, it does actually clearly say, which I should have seen, that they think that it was called Castle Glen because it came from the Gaelic glum, I think that's how you pronounce it, glum, which essentially means chasm. which would definitely make sense because it's very much right on the precipice overlooking the gorge that is Dollar Glen. That's me inside. This is the courtyard. That's the tower house. And they've got other bits of the castle, including the south range. And they've got the gardens as well, so I'll do the gardens last because you should be able to get really good views out across like the Cars out towards Stirling and that. And again, if you are coming, it's very uneven underfoot. A lot of cobblestones, so do wear some sensible clothing, sensible shoes. Just get my walking poles. So I do have information about the castle itself. Yeah, so that picture there gives you an idea of what the castle would have looked like, obviously without the cutouts. That does actually allow you to see what the inside would have looked like. So that bit there is the south range, which is that bit of the building over there. And yeah. So you do very much get a lot of the history of the castle. And the history of the Campbells. Yeah, there are spiral staircases inside the castle, so again, just be aware. Yeah, I wonder if this bit was the kitchen. Yeah, places like this you'd expect to have plenty of ghost stories. And there are a set of these stairs that take you back outside. That's the interesting bit over here. The prison cell. So, the prison cell's in here. Again, just watch your steps. Oh, is it an oubliette? Ones where you get thrown in, you get forgotten about. Yeah, if you're brave, unlike me, you can actually get all the way to the top. I got about a third of the way up. And the steps just got really uneven. So that's the back of the castle. Came out from just over there. And that's the view that you get. Then over the Cars. Yeah, I wonder if that's the Pentland Hills over there in the distance. And you can just see how open and flat the Castle of Stirling is. Yeah, there's this wee lower section of the garden. Okay, you don't get as much of the view across the Cars, but you do get more of a view of looking back up at the castle. Yeah, so I've just come in from the lower bit of the garden, and there's this little walkway. So I think this is a bit of the glen that I've not been into yet. So definitely have a wee explore in here. yeah, there's this masonry archway that spans over the wee wooden walkway that I'm on. And yeah, I'm 4'11". Yeah, I'm short. And this is probably what, about half a foot over my head. So if you are taller than me, you might have to just be aware of your head when passing underneath this. Yeah, so that's the archway I've just come under, I've gone through. And come around and give you a better view. Yeah, all it leads to is this wee platform. It's almost like a wee viewing platform or something. But as you can see, you can't really see anything except for the trees. It's like, yeah, but again, that's part of the fun of these things. Exploring wee nooks and crannies and try and see what you can find. Oh, time to get into the south range of the castle. That's the bit that you can see from the garden. So we've got this bit here to be in the bedchamber. And it's our chamber. I think that'd be the Great Hall where the ladies are. And again, it's another really good view of the cars. Stirling would probably be up in that direction. Can't see it for the trees. But it's always a good view of that. Yeah, so explains why Castle Campbell is in a bit of a ruinous state now. Well, that's me just come out of Castle Campbell, and I'm just going to head back down to the car and get into Dollar, because I'm hoping to be able to get into the Dollar Museum before I leave and do a wee video in there for you all, because I think they are closing about 4:30, so should have plenty of time to get down, get to the car and get to the museum. So again, Castle Campbell is one of those museums that is probably a wee bit overlooked, because again it's so close to Stirling Castle. Everyone knows about Stirling, so a lot of people will go there. And again, with Castle Campbell as well, it's a bit of a hike to get up here as well. So, but again, it's one of those castles that I definitely think is worth visiting. If you can get here, if you can get up to the castle, definitely come up here. Because again, it has such commanding views of the Dollar Glen down onto the Carter Stirling. And you can totally understand why the castle was built here and why the Campbells held on to this place. And it's just one of those places that has so much history. It has connections to, again, obviously to the Dukes of Argyll, or the Earls of Argyll as they were back then, and to Mary Queen of Scots, because she did actually come here for a wedding. And I think John Knox also came here as well. So yeah, definitely has a lot of history, a lot of archaeology, and probably is a hell of a lot more important than people realise. So hopefully you'll have enjoyed this video. I've definitely enjoyed coming back here, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.